All right. I'm just going to dive in and just start the cameras up and start pulling cables because there's a lot. So, yeah, the plan is it's a quick plan. It's not a big plan, but I'm going to pull my IntelliGel scales here. That's going into the second case and place it with micro Ornament and Crime and then try playing around with it. See what it can do. Supposedly, it can do lots of stuff. But we shall see. Yeah, allegedly, this is a funky module, and that a lot of people are like, it's kind of understand. Which I think I'd probably agree with that. I'm not generally a fan of real like menu divey modules, but a lot of people who are favor using Ornament and Crime are like, you basically end up using like one or maybe two of the apps that are in it. Kind of just powers up as that, and then you use it. And it's not a big deal, but we'll see. Kind of interesting, kind of exciting. Potentially, it is a 4-channel quantizer, which is one of the reasons that I was like, "Hey, that would be a good thing," because I wanted to get a quantizer for my small case. Right, that's the start of this whole thing. And then it was like, well, it's a small case, so do you need like a 4-channel quantizer? And I'm like, well, obviously not. And then there are times that I wanted more than 2 channels in here. And so, yeah, that thing might fit the bill very, very nicely. If not, well, there's only one thing to do: burn the earth. Start fresh with the monkeys. And depatching. Depatching is not much fun. It's as little fun as dead puppies. Uh, I've gotten the question of, or just leave up for a well, probably tell them the answer is basically no. Something is truly epic and I want to like record it or something. But then that usually happens, right then and there. And we're done. All right. So yeah, this will be allegedly this will be an easy swap because these things are all the same size. So let's loosen some nerves and not drop them like I always do. Just don't drop them. And I have a new can. A happy new can of M3. Which makes me happy. So this is the Tall Dog Electrics Micro and Crime. And if you're not familiar with it, it's a multi-use CV processing module that actually basically does LFOs, envelopes, rhythms, and such. Heard of or seen Pamela's new workout? Similar in terms of concept, right? Similar concept in that they both are kind of going to do a lot of utility things. Just rack screws. Cable. This, honestly, we can save it for putting the scales in a different system. Now, I'll be curious to see whether or not this works as well as the scales, because to be honest, I was not a massive fan of quantizing that the scales did. For a lot of stuff, for especially low patches, it seemed like things were not terribly in tune at times. Hey, Atticus, what is that? Oh, what is what? Modular synthesizer. That is module putting it. Fire it up and see what happens. All right, well, I officially don't like these little stalk knobs, but actually just getting knobs for those. Okay. It's in. Pew, powering it up. Ooh, pretty. It's got a blue display. I'm going to move camera. What is a modular synthesizer? Okay, so I don't know if you know anything about synthesizers. So a synthesizer basically makes sounds using electronic components, right? So a modular synthesizer, all of your components are custom. So, in other words, you build it exactly the way you want it. You get a case, you put modules in, and then you have to actually physically hook them together with cables in order to get them to stuff. And yeah, it's a fascinating journey into gear and sound and just, I don't know, it's to me it's just super fun. You know, it's an expensive addictive hobby is what it all comes to as well. So okay, so what are we, I don't even know what we're on. I think you hold the right side down. Well, that didn't, there it is. Okay. And you can scan through. It's Quantermain. Yeah, this is the one that's semitone ion Dorian. Okay. One moment. Hey. Hey. I'm in a stream right now. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Later. Okay, so I'm going to fire the manual up. Manual, yeah. That's it. Oh, that's right. This manual is super tiny. It actually comes with a manual, really really small little booklet, like tiny little booklet manual. So yeah, I don't know how super duper useful that's gonna be. But let's fire it up here. Quantum main. That's what I'm. So left encoder, enter Kelly. Okay. Upper button between. Okay. Save settings. Save the current state. Settings will not be saved automatically. Saved. Enter the app selection menu. Then long press P2 again for a second time. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that before I, shut down at the very least. So, right, inputs and outputs, triggers, CVs, and then outputs. That's what I was looking for. All right, so to get a really basic one here, let's fire this up to clock output, and then I've got a clock kicking out to all of these here places. We will use black cables to control the things. Just take a clock out and put it into the Turing machine. Doing its Turing machine thing. Slow it down just a little. All right. So now if I take the scale out and I go to what? CV1? Yes. Yeah, okay. So now it's getting stuff. It's getting info. If I take the pulse out, go into trigger. There we go. Now it's doing stuff. Take the output. Let's just go to flats. Keep it simple. Fire the output into the mixer. Blues major. Let's just do a good old happy major scale. Okay, so there's a scale masking thing, or active notes as they call it. Oh, I see. Okay, so now it's going A, B, C, D. Okay, we can pan back and forth. Cool. Now, what happens if there's no trigger? Oh, nothing. It doesn't sample voltage. Okay. Now, if we wanted to put an envelope on this is kind of the weird thing. I'm going to have to piggyback a patch cable. That guy. And then it's not the one I wanted. I wanted the trigger. Okay. This goes into yonder. And let's just put this envelope quickly. And then filter output to the mixer. That's pretty cool. Bringing some 4-mans out. Alright, well that seems to be working quite nicely. So that's working pretty well. It's interesting, the video is actually lagging behind just a tiny little bit too, realizing that might have been a really annoying thing for a long time. Oof, it saved. Nice. So yeah, that's basically how this thing works. So then if we wanted to take we wanted to use this with, let's say, marbles instead. Could go like this guy in, this guy in. This might be interesting. In fact, we can block to this as well. So then, theoretically, as soon as it chimes, its thing, come on, do your thing. Do your thing. I know you want to do your thing. Steps should be pretty much all the way full scale. Okay, so I'm going to do the same exact thing on second channel. So then we take Same thing. We take the T, which is the trigger, out, and we to here. Take guy. Well, you're gonna play C over and over again. Certainly hope. With it. Get the rate so it starts to put things out. Asian. All right, now let's keep. I'm gonna keep going with that. So output of channel B. Really? Is this what you're gonna do? You're just gonna play a C over and over again? Why? Why for you only play C? What is wrong with you? Eh? What is your problem? That's it? That's all you got? That's all you got, huh? You're just gonna play C over and over. Huh. Well, that's kinda lame, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I can already see that this is going to be sort of irritating. The fact that it has to be triggered. That's kind of an... it's not the worst thing ever. Okay. I guess that guy's just gonna play a C. That's really annoying. Should be unquantized. It should be basically like a chromatic scale at this point. If you look at the steps. Okay, let's make sure I got stuff hooked up right. Oh, you know what? I don't. Exactly what I thought. So the trigger and the CV. There we are. Okay, that's a little bit more like it. A little bit hard to see, maybe. And again, it's kind of hard to see anyways, because it's a small module. But it looks nice, and the blue is actually really cool. And it's working really well. Things are very in tune. This feels like this is going to be Marble's best friend here. Let's turn the spread up and see what happens when it goes over a larger range. Okay, so then we can, of course, take the third one. We could take channel 3. Center. Put it in as a trigger. Yeah, this is going to get hairy. So I've had quantizers before that don't have to use a trigger. That's kind of the adjustment I'm going to have to make. It's like, okay, now you need to be sent a trigger. Just sort of unfortunate. But maybe there's something else in the Ornament and Crime module that will do that without having a trigger. I don't know. I gotta look around. So you can fine tune each of these and transpose and do all sorts of things on each channel. Alright, then the one thing we're missing is this guy. Channel 2. Eighth note, random. And I'm going to basically throw this into the CV for each of these envelopes, which ends up bumping up like their rise and fall time, so that they just become a little bit more organic. Basically what you should do is Okay. But at least, you know, hey, let's see. Like, pretty nifty. All three channels moving kind of on their own times. Mostly because I've got jitter so high on marbles, so it's kind of freaking out a little. Hey, Jason. I got me an Ornament and Crime. So, 4 channels, at least in this app. I haven't tried the others. I just got it yesterday. So, but at least in this app, you have to use a trigger along with your CV. Now, the scales was not like that. Just give it a voltage and it does its thing. So, in a way, this is a hell of a lot easier. But maybe there is a different program. I'm going to have to do a deep dive tonight and watch about 49 videos about Ornament and Crime, of which I'm sure that's probably, 5%. But so far, it works really, really good. And it looks nice. And to be honest, it's pretty easy to navigate. It's just learning the terms. I mean, other than that, this is not hard. And the fact that you have a save state is a beautiful thing. So it'll just call up again in this arrangement. I dig it. I may have to order some more stackables. But, hey, I guess that's a small price to pay. Well, it was a toss-up to put it in here or in the small case, but I think the small case is going to do well with just a 2-channel quantizer. I've got the Metropolis in there as well, so that's automatically quantized. So we will see. I'm waiting for my mixer to come in for that, and then I'm gonna start building it for real. Get a couple of effects units. This thing, though, I know what I want to do, right? First of all, I'm going to replace the Wasp filter with, I think the Shack Mat, they make a dual stereo filter. That's also 8 HP, fits in the same place. Perfect. And there are others, of course. That's a sexy bass sound. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. The Ornament and Crime has a built-in stages. So yeah, and it can act as a wavetable oscillator, I guess. I have not done everybody's like, oh, put the Hemispheres software on it because then it'll do 2 at once. It's already doing a lot, and it's already really crowded right here. Look at all these cables. Now, I know, I'm using Marbles, Quadrax, and the OC for 3 of the sounds. Right? So, I get that. Yeah. Thank the Melodicer for that bass line, because it's doing the work. Supposedly, this thing can be used as a quantizer. It's just a single channel quantizer, though, for this giant ass module. So, like, I mean, I guess it would kind of do the same thing. Like, it would just assign it to one of the notes that you've got. So you're kind of playing the sliders almost. So, yeah, who knows? It might be cool. I'll have to try it someday. Some shit here. This needing a trigger thing, that's definitely going to complexify things a little. Hey, Francisco. Yeah, but this is the thing, though, right? You want to take a trigger, right? And you need to trigger the quantizer, but then you also need to trigger an envelope or something. So you're going to need a double hookup for everything that you do. Which is a little bit of a dick thing, you know? So here, I'm going to put this in. Okay. So we're going to go out, trigger, or no, CV. For the Turing machine, it's easy because I've got the pulses expander, right? So no big deal. But then here, okay, CV, cool. Peachy keen, output control, and this is going here. So now I have to double hook up everything here. Yeah, see, I need to calibrate my turning machine also. See you. Now, if that doesn't budge, then I think I just got it. Nope. Nope. It moved. See, it slid. There was that one thing where it just went down to an E. So I should go right, change sequence here. Oh, see, it changed. So what the heck? And now it's all over the place. It's changing all over the place, so what the hell? I got a bum Turing machine. Which could be. And I built it, so, you know, there's entirely a possibility that there's a component bad, or there's a, I don't know, maybe there's a shitty solder joint in there or something. Like, this should be locked, and it should not be changing. But it's definitely changing all over the place here. It should be all random now. And now this should be locked. Same 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. See, it's definitely changing. Should not be changing. Certainly not that much. Huh. Oh well, something else for me to dig into. Alright, well, tonight was more of a, no, well, you're supposed to be able to lock it, right? That's the whole point of the big knob. So I turned the giant red knob, and it locks it in place. It's not supposed to change. So it's just like, here, idea, spew forth idea, and then lock it in. And it should be still there, like, exactly as it is. Yeah, so it's like, it's changing all over the place. Actually, I wonder if I can do that. I think I can, just by using the bit all by itself, without the actual screwdriver part. It'd be a lot easier. And more tactile. So I went all the way left, the trim pod in there. Supposedly you turn it right really, really slowly until it starts repeating. So I'm going to put it on like 4 here. Give it a shorter pattern. Let's see what happens. See, it's not the same. Every once in a while, it's like, nope, one note. It's different. So maybe like that trim pot in there is not functioning. There's also the chance that I'm not actually touching the pot with my screwdriver, that it's not long enough. I need a really thin, tiny one. That is entirely possible. That I'm just not doing anything. Or I just made it worse. I'm gonna have to find the right tool for the job, I guess. I have some, like, jeweler's screwdrivers, but they're not here, of course. They're at home, so... okay, I see what's going on here. Check it out. When the knob is at the 1 o'clock position, it's locked. When it's like now this is my range instead of the whole range. Yes, it could. Well, I kind of had this guy going. It's really snapping it. Pop. Will you reach? Just barely. No, son of a bitch. Yeah, exactly. Except it just accentuates them more, and you just get white noise. Hey, Bobby. Yep. I got the OC, the micro OC. Oh, you need a clock, don't you? Demanding brat sequencer. Well, that didn't work at all. Should be playing a C chord right there. And an F, which that's an F. Okay. Now this should be G. This is not G. Oh, you know what it is? No, it's not. Just kidding. No, it is. But it's still not working. Chance? There it is. We'll put it on random steps too. Yeah, I did the close-up at the start. Doesn't seem random at all, like any of this. The turning machine is just like broken. I got it from Perfect Circuit. It's made by Tall Dog Electronics. Yeah, this thing is really nice. And I like the little blue fluorescent screen, too. Or OLED, or whatever it is. I'm kind of curious if you could, like, change the color of it or anything. If it's an OLED, you should be able to, but maybe they don't have that built in. There's anything in there about changing that, so yeah. I mean, I like the color. It's fine with me. It's a lovely little turquoise color. It's kind of cool. Okay. All right. Well, I hate to say it because I was kind of planning on a little bit of a shorter stream tonight, anyways. But I think that's going to probably do it for me. So, as per the norm, yeah, thanks for coming. I'm going to definitely be hitting a lot of the modular, but I'll tell you, I'm just starting to get to that point of wanting to go back to Reason and write some stuff. I've got a few ideas kicking around in my head, so. That'll be coming soon, but hey, it's summer for me, so it's the time to get this stuff out and play around, rediscover my modular roots here. Yeah. Yup. Hey, you two, thanks for coming once again, and I will see you soon, probably tomorrow night.